Aloha. Welcome to this Friday's live marketing coaching call. I'm Tom Gaddis. We got a great show lined up for you today. I'm going to be talking about some of the things we covered this past week in our Smart AI Launch Lab. I'm going to be talking about how to start prospecting and getting traction quickly. I'm talking within 24 hours. We'll also be talking about how to get your business launched and to the most important revenue producing activities within 72 hours. I'm going to take your questions. I've got an announcement about our software, Smart Directory AI. So we're just going to have an all around good time on this Friday before the weekend. So excited to have everybody here. And I want to start off because, you may hear that title and think, oh, get traction in 24 hours. How guru-y of you, Tom. Like, that just sounds like too good to be true. That sounds impossible. But I want to show you all something. For those of you that are here live right now, how many of you were on the live training we've been doing this week, the Smart AI Launch Lab? Let me know. What's up, Olivia? Patty, what's happening? Yeah, Mark, good to see you. Christopher, fantastic. Who was on that training? She says me. Michael says me. Okay, awesome. Because this is what kind of inspired the topic for today. Because on that live training, so on the first session of that special training, I showed you how to get a website set up that you can start prospecting from as quickly as possible. I did it live on the session. Took me about 10 minutes. The next day, I showed how you find businesses, right? And in that session, I showed you guys this little template that we gave out. And I showed you these 9 businesses that I identified just by going about my day. Right? I went about my day. I just looked around. I made a note of 9 businesses that I saw. And when I got home at night, I just Googled them and put in their name, their address, the city, the phone number, the website, the email, right? I didn't even have phone numbers for all of them. So I did this I showed this little spreadsheet on day 2. And then I showed how to put these in an email automation that gets people's attention, that gets them to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm a warm prospect. I'm interested in getting more exposure for my business. And then on session 3, we talked about how to take those leads and turn them into higher paying clients. But the reason I'm showing you all of this is because on that live session on Wednesday, I uploaded this list to our free listing outreach workflow, which, by the way, I did not customize any of the emails to make them personal to me like you're supposed to. I didn't set up a dedicated email sending domain, which everybody says is a must-have. Like, I see so many people waiting to take action because, they don't have a dedicated sending domain. They don't have their own website. They don't have an email, like all these things. I had none of that stuff. I didn't even have a site that had really been customized. Like, I had literally set this site up on Wednesday in about 10 minutes on the live show, right? Then I went out on Thursday during the day. I found these 9 businesses. I added them to this spreadsheet before the training. And on the training on Thursday, or on Wednesday, I added these businesses to the workflow. So I actually added them to this workflow right here. And you guys saw how easy that was. I dropped these 9 businesses into this workflow. Okay. And this is what is so crazy about this. With no dedicated sending domain, with no customization, with none of that stuff. Oh, you guys aren't seeing my screen. Hold on. Let me share. The people in the VIP know this is exactly what I do. I always forget to share my screen. Check this out. I'll start back over. So here's the list of the 9 businesses that I found just as I went about my day, right? I manually put them into this spreadsheet, nothing fancy, no AI, none of that stuff, right? Then on the live training, this is the site that I had set up on Tuesday live. It took me about 10 minutes to get this little directory site set up. Now, I have done a couple of other customizations since that, like adding a logo. I used AI to create this logo. I used Manus. I showed our VIP members how I did that, how I did all that stuff. But, you know, now I've customized a couple of the colors and things, but I didn't have this on Wednesday. I just had the base install of the site, and I had not customized any emails. Again, I have no dedicated email sending domain. The only thing I have set up is I have this directory site connected to the domain that I bought for it, vegasdrivedirectory.com. That's it. I add these 9 businesses to the automation, right? And look at this. I got a reply from one of those businesses letting me know that, yes, that information was correct. So I took only 9 businesses, cold list, added them to this little directory outreach thing, and overnight, without even trying, I got a reply. Now, this lead is now a warm lead. So if I were actually trying to prospect from this directory site, I mean, I was just doing this for the training, but if I were actually trying to grow this site, I would now, right here from the conversations tab in high level, I would just reply to this business and I would say, hey, thanks so much for confirming your information. I really appreciate it. You guys can see my screen, right? I see it on the thing that I'm sharing it. TD says he can't see it. Yeah. JC, all I did was while I was going through my day, I looked around for businesses that I saw and I made a note of them. And when I got home, I added them to that spreadsheet. Is that a shocker to you? Nothing fancy, no secret hack, no AI system, no special software. I just used my eyes. And as I was going about my day, I looked around. Here's one way I found some. See this little rack? I took this picture in the Albertsons that I go to by my house. All of these publications are packed with businesses that are paying to be in them. People that are trying to get exposure for their businesses. And my guess is these probably aren't working that well. So I grabbed a couple of these magazines. I just looked. I think the plumber, I saw their truck driving down the road, and I just took a screenshot with my phone. And then when I got home, I opened up a Google sheet and I Googled each business and I put in their name, their address. I put in their phone number. I put in their website. And then I looked on their websites for emails. That was it. Nothing fancy. 9 businesses. It took me literally like 10 minutes to do this. I mean, obviously I had to look for them during the day, but when I got home, it took me 10 minutes to make this little spreadsheet. Then I uploaded it, I added into that workflow, and I got a reply. Now, the reason I'm showing you all of this is because our theme for this Smart AI Launch Lab has been stop chasing perfection and just get to doing the actions. Stop trying to make everything perfect before you get going. Stop trying to figure it all out before you start sending prospecting emails. You will never be able to figure it all out. Now, I'm not saying you don't make your site look good. You should definitely do a little more than I did here. But my guess is that most of you are waiting way too long to start prospecting. Like, I saw somebody post in the school group that was like, I'm really excited about getting this thing launched. But then they had 27 questions, right? Now, here's the deal. None of the answer, there was not a single question that me giving them the answer would allow them to prospect faster. Like, none of their prospecting depended on the answers to any of those questions. But they wanted to know the answers before they started taking an action. So they had questions like, well, how do I do follow-up? And what if somebody says this? And what if somebody says that? Like, stop trying to figure all that stuff out. You just got to start doing the action, and then you adjust and you optimize as you go. Don't worry about your deliverability in the beginning. Worry about getting a message that gets opened and responded to. Look, now that I have sent this from a site that doesn't even have a dedicated domain, like I can add a dedicated domain to this. I can customize the email more because I know I have a winning message, right? Now I can start working on my deliverability while I am prospecting, not before I start prospecting, because now I'm getting traction. And again, I would reach out to this lead and be like, hey, thanks for confirming. I'm excited to have you on board. Look, you're one of the first people to confirm their information. So here's what I'm going to do. I set you up with a listing on my site. I even upgraded you to a premium listing for free. Here's the link to it. Check it out. Just let me know if you like the pictures and the things I did there, the description. If there's anything you want me to change, let me know. I'm just excited to have you on board and wanted to go the extra mile for you. Now I send them the link to the listing. They would look at it. And then after that, if they say, yes, it's good, or no, change this, or can we do that? Then I would reach back out to them after they confirm it. And I would say, hey, by the way, and this business is a great example because this business, look, if I go to their listing on my site, now I haven't done any of what I told you because I'm not really prospecting from here, but I would make their listing look good, send it to them, let them know like, hey, this is a $299 value. You got it free. Just let me know everything's correct. And when they said, yes, it all looks good, I would then reach back out to them and probably with a Loom video, shoot a little Loom video and say, hey, here's your listing. Here's the picture I took. Here's your address. Here's all the information. Let me know if this all looks good. By the way, while I was setting this up, I happened to visit your website and I noticed that you don't even have a website. It's like a under construction page. Would you be interested in a website for your cleaning company? Because I have a website that is actually done, a cleaning website that is all ready for you. And then let's see if we can find a cleaning website in here. Oh, look at this. Cleaning. What do you call it? Yeah, here it is. Here's a home cleaning site right here. And then I would have installed this website on my high level, and I just would send them a link to this and say, I actually have this pre-built cleaning website. I can add your pictures, put your information in here. Because it's pre-built, I can do that for around $800. Would you be interested in that? Boom, right? Boom. Close deal client, right? Like that is crazy. Margie, Loom is super easy. What is there to learn? Like Loom, you install the Chrome, like I have Loom installed on my browser. Literally, you install the extension. It's a free account. You sign up, you install an extension, and then when you click this little button, it allows you to start recording. You just hit start recording and you record your video, and then you hit stop recording, and then there's a link that you send them. It's like super duper easy. Loom is really easy, really easy. So I'm not sure what you mean by I got to learn Loom first. Very easy to do that. Al, look, already with the questions. Well, if we set up their website, are we going to be responsible for maintaining it? That's up to you. What do you want to do? Do you want to make a monthly subscription payment, or would you rather this be a one and done client? That is entirely up to you, right? Entirely up to you. Margie says, how do you install the extension? Super easy. You go to Google and you Google Loom Chrome extension. It's going to pop this up. Chrome screen recorder, free and easy to use. Here it is. I think this is the same thing on the Loom store. So you can use either one of these. You see, I've already got it added. Normally, when you go to this page, it would say add to Chrome. So all you do is click the blue button and add it to Chrome. And that's it. Then when you click this little icon here, it'll ask you to log in, and then you'll be able to record. And again, the only difference between a free account and a Paid account is how long your videos can be. I think when you have a free account, your videos have to be under 4 minutes. Under 4 minutes. Oh, nobody saw that. You guys didn't see that. Nobody saw that. Margie, I don't have time to go into that because there's lots of different things you can do. You provide updates, you can make changes, you provide the hosting. Just Google or use Chat GPT and ask that question. How do you maintain a website? So you can start to learn that process. Yes, Loom is free. There's a free version and a paid version. Lee says, are you upgrading people that have the subscription to the WordPress directory? Lee, I'm not sure what you mean there. So if you want to move from the WordPress version to Smart Directory AI, all you do is sign up for Smart Directory AI. In the members area, we have a section that shows you, I don't have the members area pulled up right now. Oh, stop. I got to stop doing that. I keep giving away the secret. What am I going to do? In the members area, we have a video on exactly how to get all your stuff from the WordPress site, upload it to the new platform. I would keep them both running until you have all of that set up. So, and then once you're set up on the new platform, you can cancel your other subscription. Why do you use Loom in this case? Because I picked Loom. You can use whatever screen recording software you want. I don't care. Use whatever one you're comfortable with. If you already know how to use one, use that. I just know how to use Loom, so I use Loom. And it's free, so a lot of people like it because they can get a free one. Patty says, here's a thought. Instead of wondering if Tom's way works, try to prove him wrong. I like it, Patty. I like it. Let's see. Patty says, where does the website that you make and go high level live? A sub account. Yes. So Patty, Patty, were you on the AI Smart Launch Lab training? Because if you guys weren't on there, you really should go check this out. So I'm going to put a link. I'm going to have it scroll at the bottom of the screen. You can go here, offlinesharks.com/AI Launch Lab. Sign up for all the recordings are available for free. So you'll have free access to the recordings until Sunday at midnight. After that, if you want to keep access, you'll need to join the VIP. There's a bunch of other stuff you get with the VIP. You get 3 additional sessions that we did right after the main ones that are a little more deep dive stuff. So, but you can watch the whole, every session 1, 2, and 3 right now. They're up on a special page. You can just go there, watch them all the way till Sunday at midnight. But I cover all of this. So I show how to set up the sub count, get the site installed, how to do all that stuff, what to focus on, how to get everything customized and all those things. So we've got those inside the training. So if you haven't checked it out, go there, check that out. Catherine says, would you install the pre-built site on a separate sub account or a demo account? Catherine, that depends on what I'm trying to do. So if I want to have one site that I can just use to show multiple prospects, then I would create a sub account just for that site. I would have like a demo sub account. So I actually have one for home services where I set up a sub account. I put a home services website in it. I created a home services AI conversation bot. Like I've created a bunch of stuff focused on home services in that one sub account. So then whenever I'm prospecting to home services businesses, I just use all the assets in that sub account as the demo stuff to show them. Now, if I'm setting up a pre-built website for a client, I would create a new sub account and set that site up specifically for the client. So I hope that makes sense. Yes, don't forget to get my QR code. Awesome stuff. Oh, Patty, I love it. Boomer Sooner. Margie, so no, this is a brand new training. So I think you're talking about the AI Fast Track. So this is kind of the next step after the AI Fast Track. So in the AI Fast Track, we talk about why AI is such a big opportunity, the gold rush of AI, right? We talk about the services you can sell, how you can start doing AI services. Well, once you're through the AI Fast Track, your next question is probably like, well, how do I get my business launched as quickly as possible? Well, that's why I created this training, because I saw a lot of people asking that question. How do I get launched as quickly as possible? So I created the Smart AI Launch Lab. It's 3 sessions, and it'll show you how to get your business up and running as quickly as possible. Margie, you don't have to buy the new one. It's free. Just go to the link on your screen and sign up to the free sessions. You don't have, we made it free, so you don't have to make an investment. You can just go there, watch the trainings, and then decide on what you want to do. If you like it, then buy the VIP. Yes, Margie, it is free. Yep, it is free. Yep, when you go to that link, you'll see it's free to sign up. You'll get access to all 3 days immediately because we already did them. And you can go through and then you can just decide for yourself. No pressure from us, Margie, no pressure from us. All right, so I showed you this response. And this is another awesome thing about this process and method, is that when people respond, you have one place where you can go and answer them and all those things. But I thought this was pretty amazing that I just got some traction without even trying, right? Like, this is just what I did on the live show. So anyway, that's what brought today's session about. And look, if you're sitting there and you're like, I want to get going as fast as possible, what should I do? Well, you should follow the blueprint I lay out in the Smart AI Launch Lab, right? So your only goal right now is to get to prospecting as quickly as possible. So every day you should ask yourself this question when you're deciding what to do. Or if you're putting a list together the night before and you're like, what should I do tomorrow? Well, then you should ask yourself, tomorrow, I want to send out prospecting messages. What do I feel is holding me back from doing that right now? And whatever that thing is, that's what you should work on getting over the next day. So if you ask yourself at night and you're like, I should be prospecting tomorrow, what's holding me back? And you go, well, I don't know what service I'm going to sell. Then that very next day, your whole focus should be picking one service to sell that you feel comfortable with and making a decision. This is the service I'm going to sell, so that you can start prospecting for it the next day. Yes, Kat, the free sessions you'll have access to for free until Sunday night. Yep, until Sunday night. Hi, Tom. Can you continue to do what you missed in the 3-day class and answer questions on the session over instead of interrupting the training, please? Oh, that was everything I was going to show. I think, are you talking about today? Yeah. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. So, okay. Let me look at these questions. So one of the things we like to do, so let's do this. So yeah, you're talking about today. Yeah, that was what I wanted to go over today, was showing that, really to let you guys see that if you just trust this process and you do it, it works. If you guys have questions about anything, just ask them and I'll go through there and I'll answer them. Okay. While you guys are thinking of questions and stuff like that, I do want to take a few minutes to do some shout outs, because we had some awesome people that were in the AI Launch Lab who got their prospecting sites launched. James, Jan, awesome stuff. I also saw there's more people than that I saw in the comments. If you've launched your site already, because we show you how to do it in 72 hours in the AI Smart Launch Lab, just go in the school group or the Facebook group and let us know. Hey, I'm live. Post those. We'd love to see those. So big shout out to these guys. Big shout out. All right. And then let's do some shark shout outs. And then I'm going to spend the rest of the time just taking some questions. So we always like to celebrate the wins in our community every week. People that take the strategies we teach, we show, go out and actually get paid for them. So first up is Mr. Tyler. He made $8,775 from a direct mail postcard. It's the first card he's been completed. It's hit the mailboxes. He sold a very simple Go High Level website for $500 plus $25 a month hosting. So if any of you on here are asking, like, what can I charge for a pre-built website and what would I charge for hosting? Here's an example of what an actual person charged and is getting. So they charged, they charged $525 a month for hosting. Then they sold another two go high level websites, and they charged $50 a month for hosting each. Okay. Great shout out. And I see your questions coming in, so I'll get to those. Mark closed a new website build for $1,700 plus $280 a month. He's also working on another website close at $1,500. Then we'll work on another $97 a month recurring service thereafter. Awesome stuff, Mark. Paul upgraded another listing to premium for his directory site, $50. Greg saved a client of his $150 a month on AWS compute hosting fees by switching him to Go High Level. He upsold two existing clients for $500 each today, much more efficient than adding two new clients for $500 each. And then he closed a wellness products company, needs database nurturing, search ranking, $350 a month. Yeah, Greg has been crushing it out there. Really awesome to see this. You're right, Greg, because I do think a lot of people tend to focus on the new clients and they miss, like, hey, selling your existing clients more stuff is a much easier path to bigger revenue than constantly trying to get new clients. So awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Cody got his foot in the door with the business for a 30-day trial for social media content creation. Awesome stuff, Cody. Rosina got a prospect interested in her higher cost packages. She was looking to do some one-time deals, but they want to be on her monthly services packages. She's going to share more details once she closes those deals. Yeah, Rosina has been killing it. Awesome stuff, Rosina. Cody Weaver got a car lot, $285 a month to manage their Google profile. Website for contractor with AI, chatbot, $3K, logo for contractor, $900. That's a grand total for the week of September 20th through the 26th of $16,670. Since the start of 2025, you, the members of this community, have collected $886,185.23. So big congratulations and shout out to all of our winners. If you have a win, make sure you're sharing it in the group so we can get those up here. All right, so I see some questions. I'm going to go through here. Hey, Jacqueline, what's up? Carrie says, can you give some advice on putting together a simple agency site that also function as an AI chat and AI voice and calendar scheduling demo? Yeah, so Carrie, we actually have training for both of these things on the YouTube channel for free. You can just go there and see how to do this. So one of them is called the 5-Minute Agency website. So when you get our snapshot, so we have a free snapshot that we give out with High Level. In that snapshot is a done-for-you agency website. It's actually the website that we used for our agency all the way up until we were doing over $1 million. So for those of you that may not know this, the agency used to be branded as Nick Ponte Marketing. And then at the beginning of this year, we rebranded it and we rebranded it to Mina Marketing. So the website that we used when it was Nick Ponte Marketing, and we were doing over 7 figures with that website, we just built that in High Level. And when you download our snapshot, you get it. It's got all the content, all the images, everything is there. You just have to make some simple little changes to it. So if you go to our YouTube channel, which is offlinesharks.com/YouTube, just look for the 5-Minute Agency website, and I show you exactly how to set it up, edit it, do all that stuff. There's also a video on there about how to set up a demo of a chat widget and do all that. So, Carrie, what I would do is I would set up the pre-built agency website, and then I would just add the chatbot to that. That'd be the fastest way to do it. And again, both of those things on the YouTube channel for free. You can just go there and see how to do all that. Christopher says, quick question. Would you move clients from Smart Directory AI sub account into your regular High Level sub account for prospecting so you're not double hitting them? Any tips on the best workflow? So Christopher, we only prospect from the directory site. So All of our prospecting happens from the directory site because it's just much easier to prospect from that brand. Once we sell them a marketing service, then we create their own sub account for them. And now they're technically in the agency because we're providing a service. So again, and I mentioned this on the training this week, the directory is a marketing initiative of our agency. This is how we explain it to people. So when you reach out to someone and you say, hey, you have a free listing on my directory site, claim it, and then you get them on a call and to show them the listing, we just tell them, hey, by the way, you might not know this, but this whole directory site is something that we built because we own a marketing agency and we help local businesses get more exposure. So we built this directory to help do that. While we were setting up your free listing, we noticed that your website sucks. You don't have an AI chatbot. You're not ranking on page 1. The marketing agency can actually help you with that. Would you be interested in setting up a call, or do you want to talk about that right now and see what we could do to help you? So we don't try to hide it, do it, anything like that. Once we sell them a service, then we move them over to the agency. We find that to be the best workflow there. Alamin says, how do you create the directory site and get prospects? Please, I'm about to begin my high-level free trial. Alamin, so there is actually, we have an app that we built that allows you to quickly set these sites up in just about 10 minutes. So right now, because of the Smart AI Launch Lab training we did, for the first time, you can actually get a free trial of that app. So Alamin, here's what I would do. One, I would sign up, offlinesharks.com/AI Launch Lab, go through that training. It will show you in 3 sessions exactly what to do and how to do it. Next, I would go ahead and sign up for a free trial of our software, Smart Directory AI. Smart Directory AI will allow you to do everything I'm showing you here, and it's already all built out. The emails are written, the workflows are done. You don't have to create any of that. It's all included. All right, let me go back down through here. William says, how would you approach the directory if someone already has you in your area? William, I would ignore them completely. I would follow the process that we lay out in Smart Directory AI of where we generate all the activity by adding the businesses and putting them in the workflows. And then I would deliver a better customer experience. So you might want to do some investigating and see what that person's doing, and then just work on setting yourself apart. Now, in the VIP sessions as yesterday, I talked about how to really set yourself apart in your prospecting and make yourself unique using AI to find like local facts, historical things, and really make your prospecting unique. So I wouldn't shy away from doing that either, right? So yeah, you're going to spend some time being unique, but if you just go the extra mile that the other people aren't, you can get that business. But I would ignore them completely. Who cares what they're doing? You just focus on delivering a great experience and initiating all of the interaction, right? That's what makes the process we do at Smart Directory AI so great, is because we don't have to run ads. We don't have to do SEO. We're not relying on any outside thing to get traffic. We initiate all of the prospecting activity by adding a business to our directory and then telling them, not asking them. We don't ask them if they want to be on it. We don't say, would you please like to be on my directory? We put them on it, and then we email them and we say, hey, you're on our directory. Let me know that this information is correct. That's why they respond. And then in that process, we're building the relationship, and we can start to look and see how else we can help them. Let's see. Arthur says, so Arthur, I don't understand why do you want, like, what domain? So we recommend that you have a unique domain for your directory. Don't put the directory on your agency domain, but you can add Smart Directory as a subdomain. So in the training, if you look at how I do it, you can add it as a subdomain or as your main root domain. But if you already have a website that shows on your root domain, you can't show both of them, right? It has to be one or the other. So if you want to have one website at your main domain and the directory just be part of that structure, you have to set it up as a subdomain. If you want Smart Directory to be its own separate thing, then you'd create an A record and set it up on the domain. Does that make sense, Arthur? Hopefully I answered that for you. Lloyd says, do I need to delete SEI sub account and set up a new sub account if I want to change the name of the directory? No, you just have to switch out your domain name, but you don't have to set up everything new. Ollie says, in the AI Launch Lab, do you have different offers you guys recommend, like SEO review campaigns and such? Ollie, our recommendations for services always depend on what your situation is and where you're at. So the AI Launch Lab is all about launching, right? I recommend when you're doing that you have some foot in the door type of offer, something that's not a crazy price, that's easy to sell on the back end, like a pre-built website, an AI chat widget, maybe some social media posting. If you're new and you don't have any clients, I would not pick something that relies on you delivering results. And what do I mean by that? Well, SEO is a great example. When you sell a client SEO, they are going to wake up every day and they're going to Google their business. And if they're not on the first page, they're going to be like, what the hell's going on? What are you doing? That service is dependent on results. But when you build a website for someone, when you build the website, they can see the website and they pay you for the website they're getting. It's dependent on the activity of you building the website. So there are two types of services you can offer, activity-based and results-based. If you're new, I would tend to stay away from results-based and just focus on activity-based, right? Setting up a chat widget for them, that's activity-based. Posting to their social media, activity-based. Running paid ads, SEO, those are results-based things. And it typically works out a little better if you have more experience and you have a little more knowledge on how to handle clients, handle expectations, things like that. Oh, Catherine, you're welcome. We're excited to roll it out. Cody says, what's your favorite restaurant in Vegas? Oh, you're coming next week. Oh man, Cody, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be setting my oldest daughter up at college. Where are you staying, Cody? I mean, I'll be honest with you. It is very hard to find a bad restaurant in Las Vegas. Almost all of them are super good. We really love the Mayfair at Bellagio. That's really great. I really love the Caesars Bacchanal buffet is amazing. Let me think of what else. I really like, there's a little place in the Wynn called La Cave that's like a tapas and wine place. It's really awesome. Where else do we go eat a lot? I'm trying to think here. All those places I just named are good. If you're looking for places offside the strip, there's a place called It's Sushi that's an all-you-can-eat sushi place. You'll pull up there and you'll be like, this place looks like a dive, but it's awesome. We also tonight we're going for Korean barbecue at Master Kim's Korean Barbecue. That's really great as well. Yeah, thanks, Patty. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Give me some likes, whoever you're watching this. I don't know where Dorn is today. Time says, can you spend it on until next Thursday so that people like us who don't get a chance to attend the 3-day class and get the privilege? You know, it's actually, I'm glad you said that. Cameron and I were just talking about that today, and I'm pretty sure we're going to do that. So we want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to get in for the free trial. So yeah, we'll do that. You can just go to that link right now, smartdirectory.ai/trial, and sign up for the free trial right now. You don't have to be in that AI Launch Lab to go through it. I mean, all the training will show you what to do and all that stuff. Al says, I already signed up this morning. Awesome. Welcome. So you should have gotten an email with access to the members area and all that stuff. So if you didn't get that, reach out to offlinesharks.com/support and the team will get you situated. But if you signed up for the Smart Directory AI free trial already, you'll get an email with access to the Smart Directory AI members area. William says, thanks, great answer. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, Lee, there is when you sign up for the VIP, you get a special VIP members area. So you should have gotten an email with access to that. And in there, you'll find all the recordings of the free sessions, all the recordings of the VIP sessions, all of the extra assets and little things that VIP members get are in there as well. So, Lee, if you don't see that, reach out to our team, offlinesharks.com/support. They'll get you squared away. Ollie, yeah, reviews or a website would be really good. I like both of those options. You know, there's another thing we always say around here, Ollie, is there's no magic service. Like, I wish I could just tell you, like, just offer this service and you'll make a lot of money. The reality is that's not how it works. Like, the service is almost like if you look in our group and search up #wins, you'll see people getting wins with all kinds of different services. Like, there's no magic service. The magic is the prospecting. That's what separates the winners from the people that don't get deals, right? The prospecting. People that are closing deals are consistently prospecting pretty much Monday through Friday, or at least at a minimum, they're consistently prospecting 3 days a week. And what does consistently prospecting mean? It means that they're sending anywhere from 25 to 100 or 200 prospecting email messages out a day, at least 3 days a week, every week, month after month. That is consistent prospecting. If you are not at that point yet, that is where you need to get as quickly as possible. Now, what the directory edge, as we like to call it, what the directory site does for you to help with that is the part you have to do is just build the list of businesses. Then you just load them in the automations, and the automations do all the prospecting during the week while you're just doing whatever you want. So here's what a typical week looks like for someone that's using Smart Directory AI to prospect. So you may need a week to build up a list, right? You can use AI to build a list. There's lots of lead scrapers you can use. I talk about this in the Smart Directory AI training, how to do this. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way, like I showed you at the beginning of this, just by looking for businesses. But you build up a list of businesses, maybe a few hundred, right? And then on Saturday or Sunday, you give those businesses listings on your Smart Directory AI site, which is super easy. You just add a tag and now they have a listing. Then you load them into the free listing outreach workflow and you schedule it to go out during the week. I like to prospect on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So let's say that I have 60 businesses. So I would load those 60 businesses in the workflow, and then I would set it to drip those out 20 on Tuesday, 20 on Wednesday, 20 on Thursday. And then on Saturday of the next week, I'd add another 60 businesses and let them go out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I would just be monitoring my results, and I would just do that every week, week after week, month after month. That is consistent prospecting. That is how you get traction in your business. I know a lot of these AI gurus say, look, you can just do it without doing any of that. No, you're going to need to have consistent prospecting. Yeah, look, Brian, this is a great, I know Brian is saying here, like, get the client, then worry about fulfillment. You know, because I know I've been talking a lot this week and especially today about taking fast action and all those things. One of my favorite books, by the way, if you guys have never read it, I get this book out from time to time and reread it because it really helps me get my mindset straight around this. But it's by Michael Masterson and it's called Ready, Fire, Aim. And, you know, one of the things, this is a guy who's built a company up to $1 billion. And he talks about in here in the very first part of how if you have a company that's doing $1 million or less, the only thing you should be focused on is sales. That's it. Zero, and nothing else matters. From 0 to $1 million, you should just be focused on sales. Now, I do understand, though, that there are different personality types out there. Some of you might be like me, where it doesn't bother you to go sell and you'll figure out the fulfillment, right? Like, you know, for me, when I use the directory, I, you know, put businesses in, and if they respond, I go and try to look and see, like, what can I sell this business? So like that cleaning company, they needed a website. So I'd sell them a website. But if they had a website and I noticed it wasn't ranking on Google, then I'd sell them SEO. So I can figure out what to sell them later. I don't need to know that. Right. And a lot of times I figured out how to do things by doing it for clients. So I remember I had a client that was like, "Can you do reputation management?" And I was like, "Absolutely." Probably about $500 a month. And then I went home and I Googled, because there was no chat GPT yet. I Googled, what is reputation management and how do you do it? And like, I learned how to do it by doing it for that client. Not everyone is comfortable with that. Now, I'm comfortable with that because I know I'm going to work my ass off to do a good job for that client. So I may not understand all the ins and outs of that service I'm providing, but I am going to work my butt off to make sure I'm doing a good job for that client. And so I communicate with them a lot. I deliver great customer service. Like, I really take their success seriously. And so I'm okay with kind of figuring things out as we're doing it. Not everybody is like that. Some of you might be like, "Tom, I just can't do that. It's too nerve-wracking." I'm not that way. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're the type of person that needs to know how to do the service you're going to be selling, like, that's okay, but just pick something that doesn't take you forever to learn. Like, don't be the person that's like, "Okay, I need to know everything about how to do it before I can sell it, so I'm going to learn SEO." Like, don't do that. It will take you forever to learn all that stuff. Pick something that you can start with that you can learn relatively quickly, like setting up an AI chat widget or posting to social media for someone or a pre-built website, something that you can learn in a week or a couple of weeks, like not something that's going to take you years. Okay. So first, be smart about what you decide to start with. You can always learn SEO as you're going along and selling this other service, right? But at least you'll be making money while you're learning SEO. So that's number one, right? Be smart about what you pick, knowing that you're just trying to get started and get traction, and it might not be something you stick with forever. Maybe your long-term goal is to offer SEO, but in the beginning, we're just going to do these couple of easier things so we can get some traction. So that's number one, be smart with what you're going to pick. Number two is realize that it may take you a little longer to get your business off the ground because you want to know how everything works right out of the gate. So you need to understand that because that's how you are, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine, but just be real with yourself and know that, okay, because I need to have all my ducks in a row, it's going to take me a little longer than someone who doesn't operate that way. And that's okay. Just be okay with that, right? So don't get so obsessed in fast results if you're the type of person that needs to have everything worked out. Like, you're going to need to work everything out, and it's hard to do both of those things. Like, you can either work everything out or you can be fast, but it's very hard to do both those things at the same time. Lars says, if you want something that worked, then sign up for Smart Directory AI. If you like to do all the hard work and struggle, don't sign up. Yeah, Lars has been crushing it with this. Arthur says, Tom, I have a website with an existing A record. Oh, Arthur, I think I already answered that with my recommendations. Lynette says he loves Bellagio. Yeah, Bellagio is one of my favorite places to start to. Somebody says, Catherine says, congratulations to Mrs. Gaddis. I'm not sure what I said that brought that on, but she'll be excited to hear that. Okay, so the prospecting strategy I was using more on is Google Maps method. Is there a better way? Again, a better way. That's so relative, right? And a lot of it depends on you, your market, all those kinds of things. So if is this way working for you right now? If what you're currently doing isn't working the way you want it to, then you might want to take a look at Smart Directory AI, because you can sell this Google Maps stuff on the back end of that pretty easy. Smart Directory AI might open up the prospecting and make it much easier. Here's the whole thing behind what I call the directory edge. And look, you don't have to use Smart Directory AI. If you want to use another directory platform or build your own or whatever, knock yourself out. Like, we built Smart Directory AI because we saw problems with other ones. Mainly, it was getting set up quickly. That was the biggest problem we wanted to solve with Smart Directory AI, was being able to get these sites set up quickly so that you can get to prospecting and making money faster than you normally would. Because what happens to most people is they start to set up a directory site, they get bogged down in making it look good and doing this and doing that. Next thing you know, 3 months, 6 months has gone by, they haven't made $1, zero, right? We didn't want that. So we have a method that doesn't rely on any of that, right? We're able to control it and get going quickly. But I don't really care what software you use, but the directory edge, as we call it, makes a big difference because it actually allows you to start conversations so you can make the offer, right? The biggest problem almost all of you probably face right now is you're not having any conversations where you can actually make offers about your services. Like, you're not getting to that point because you can't get people's attention and you can't get on a call with, like, you have to be able to get people's attention, actually get them to talk to you so that you can make them the offer for your services. And so the directory edge gives you a way to do that. So regardless of whether you use our platform or not, I would encourage you to just check out the directory edge, because that may be the thing that just helps push you over the edge, right? Axe says, is there a YouTube video on the details of getting A2P set up, one that includes where to set up the forms that are required? Axe, we don't have a specific YouTube video on that yet. Actually, you know what, Axe, I take that back. We do. Hold on. Let me find this for you. I actually did a special training on the YouTube channel, and we had an A2P guide with it. And I believe it was, let me see if I can find it. Hold, please. Hold, please. Oh, I think it's this one. Here, I'm going to copy this link. There's a video on the YouTube channel called 30 Days to More Clients, AI-Powered Reactivation. I'm going to post this in the comments as well. Dorn, what's up, buddy? We were looking for you. But I believe in this one, we have a special guide on how to get A2P approved. I see. Oh, look at that, Dorn. That is a good excuse, Dorn. Your excuse. $7,500 PPC client. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. Oh, Lynette says, for the first time in a long time, I've been making calls, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I get my list each night and then call them the next day. That's awesome stuff, Lynette. Yes, Dr. Thomas, it is different. It is the AI Fast Track is about AI as a whole. The AI Launch Lab is about getting your business launched in 72 hours. Awesome. All right. So, oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll help you out here. Okay, awesome stuff. I'm going to scroll down near the bottom. I see lots of stuff coming in here. Okay, one thing we do like to do on every show, I'm going to go through and get some more questions too. If you have any last minute questions, pop them in the chat. I'll talk about them. But I do want to give away a couple of $25 Cash App gift cards. I spilled the beans on this earlier, but if you put in hashtag traction, then you'll be able to do it. Let me go through here and see. Are we selling clients AI systems processes? How much are we selling systems for? So Scotty, you can sell AI systems, or you can sell traditional marketing services on the back end. I mean, honestly, Scotty, again, pricing is all over the map on this. So how much experience do you have? Like, that determines how much you can charge, what's included in the packages and the services. Like, this just isn't an easy answer type thing. You're going to have to kind of figure these things out for yourself. Also, like, how much money do you want to make? What's all that stuff? So I would recommend maybe going to Chat GPT and just putting in, like, how do I determine my pricing? and start to get an idea of how you actually determine and set that up. You can also go in our Facebook group and just look at the wins. So every week we talk about wins. So just search #wins and you'll see all the different services that people are getting clients for and what they're charging. So you can start to get an idea of what that is. Doran says, I have a brilliant directories site for a client. It took 5 weeks. Yeah. Yes, Axe. So your smart directory in one sub account, your agency in another. Okay, awesome. Yes, smart directory works with high level. There is a link in the Smart Directory AI members area for a 30-day free trial of high level as well. So you don't have to pay for that to get going. All right. I see lots of people typing in #traction. Let's do a drawing. Let's get some $25 Cash App monies paid out. Again, if you haven't already, go to offlinesharks.com/AI launch lab. Kim Armstrong is our first $25 Cash App winner. Congratulations, Kim. That link scrolling on the bottom will get you to the training. If you sign up for free, you can access for free until Sunday at midnight. After that, if you want to keep the recordings and all that, just upgrade to the VIP. You get forever access. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that comes with the VIP that you'll see when you go there and sign up. So you can make that decision. Not necessary to get VIP. You'll get a lot of value from the free trainings as well. Also, if you want to sign up just for a trial of Smart Directory AI, you can do that by going to smartdirectoryai.com/trial. All right, let's draw another winner here. Next up for our Cash App monies is Anselim. Congratulations, Anselim. $25 in Cash App monies coming your way. Hey, Dorn, I hope your Indiana team does good this weekend. They looked pretty good against Illinois. I hope they get it. All right, awesome. Okay, look. If you guys have any more questions, feel free, submit them, offlinesharks.com/support. Super excited you guys all hung out with me on this Friday live coaching call. I know today was a lot heavier on questions and a little lighter on training than what we normally do, but I like to mix those in because sometimes when I do the training, it takes up so much time that I don't get a lot of time to answer questions. So I just wanted to make sure to be able to answer questions. We do this every Friday. Now, I am not going to be here next Friday. We'll have a guest host on deck for you because I'm leaving tomorrow morning to get my oldest daughter moved into college. So I'll be doing that, but I will be around in the groups and all that stuff during the week. So if you need anything, feel free to reach out. Other than that, stay safe, everybody. Practice Aloha, and I won't see you next Friday, but I'll see you the Friday after. Bye, everybody.
You've been watching the Aloha Marketing Jam session. We've helped thousands just like you start and scale their businesses. If you'd like our help to grow your business, go to the link on your screen now and let us know how we can help you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. We'll be back here next Friday for another live show. Until then, aloha.